Hello guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC, we're going to talk about Ethereum, basically. We're also going to talk about Litecoin and all of that good stuff. So if you're new to our content, don't forget to hit the likes, guys. We got 11 watching, so make sure to hit the likes. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Also join my public Telegram group, link in the description. As you already know, BTC just broke 17k and basically tried to pump above 18k. We're going to take a look at all of that good stuff, and we're going to talk about BTC in regard to basically the 2-day chart and the 3-day chart. As you know, 666 already said, right, we're looking for the 3-day MACD to basically hit 89, 88 to 89. We already hit 88, 89. So we're going to be monitoring the 3-day RSI and MACD, 3-day RSI, right? So we're going to see like if we're going to be able to pump higher, after we basically hit 89 on our RSI. So let's just keep that in mind. BTC is overly it is actually very overextended, but it is still bullish, but no sign of reversal yet. The only sign of reversal we got right now, it is basically the RSI. All right, so we got to be able to keep an eye on the RSI on a 3-day basis. As you can see, so 666 came up with this idea, right? So you can see right there we got basically 89, right? 86, roughly around like 89, right? So back in 2017 we broke it and basically capitulated all the way down. Okay, so you can see like May 2019 we pumped above it and basically got dragged all the way down to basically the low 3k and all of that good stuff, right? So now we basically replicating the same stuff again. It doesn't mean, once again, BTC cannot be overly extended right there. The RSI keep pumping to the upside. It means at least in the short term BTC going to break 20k if the RSI on the 2-day chart going to be roughly around like 91 to 92. It means like we're going to get some sort of wicks to the upside, right? Just keep that in mind. But it means also like you just got to be cautious. If you're extremely bullish and you bought the dip, it is time to basically start like to look for some to buy other assets, maybe like Ethereum, DOT, Link, and all of that good stuff. But BTC is overly extended. You just got to keep that in mind, right? So but now let's take a look at the volume. So the volume is kind of incredible, but before we talk about volume, let's talk about like the range. My target was just about like 2018 high, which was 17,234 range, right? So we already broke the 2018 high. So the only high we got right now, it is like 2017 high, which is basically 20k. So and if you take a look at the range between 17.2 to like a 19.9 and so on, it is like no, we don't have any sort of resistance. Even though, guys, the move is overly extended, it is extremely overextended, we don't have any resistance. There is no resistance in between for us to be basically try to short the market. Yes, you can short the market, right? However, you just got to keep in mind it can still pump to 20k. Okay, it can still pump to 20k. So 17.8 to 20k, no resistance. We just gotta wait for the bears to basically take initiative. Otherwise I wouldn't be taking initiative to be the first one to be shorting at this current level, right? So let's keep that in mind, right? So now let's take a look at the volume. The volume is incredible. So if we start off with the 7-day chart, right, not the weekly, because we talk about the 7-day candle, right, closing today. As you can see, we just closed a 7-day candle on Tuesday, and you can see, like I said it multiple times, right, BTC loves to be volatile Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday is just going to be boring. And then we're going to warm up Monday and basically start pumping, doing the same cycle over and over again. So it is bullish right now. So we just got to expect, right, the next 7 days to be extremely bullish, right? Unless basically we get a rejection and basically get a nice engulfing to the top and drop all the way back down to like a 15.1, 15.2. That's the only bearish setup I could see for a possible reversal. Even a drop down to like a 16.3, 16.2 range, it is still going to be buy the dip type of stuff, right? So we're going to take a look at the lower degree, and we're going to take, we're going to see why it is so, it is so bullish, even if BTC dropped down to like a 16.1 and so on. So let's just keep that in mind. We got 24 watching, so make sure to hit the likes, guys. So if you enjoy the content, and it doesn't cost you anything to basically hit the likes, right? So now let's go back basically to the real weekly time frame. Weekly time frame, you can see like one of the things we noticing is like volume is incredibly increasing right there, right? And we got almost like 5 more days to go this week, and you can see that the volume is very low on Bitstamp. Let's go on Binance. So you take a look at Binance, we only got like roughly 200,000 volume, right, on a weekly basis. That's not a lot. Last week we got like almost like 530. So it means like we can get another basically 200 to 300,000 volume BTC trading volume, right? So that's a lot. Okay, it is a lot. It means like volatility gonna be all over the place for the rest of the week, right? The only way we can get a low volume is like, I don't see us getting a low volume this week with this big candle right here. I don't see us getting a low volume, right? We could, if you're a bear, you could assume like this candle going to be red before Sunday, and the rest of the volume, okay, the next 300,000 volume going to be selling volume, right? But I don't see it like on the lower degree. Okay, I don't see like that type of a selling pressure so far on the lower degree, right? You can see like the 8-hour candle is like beautifully pumping to the upside. Low volume right there, right? That was like just correction. That's why during the weekend, right, we said, we're just gonna basically look for the 15.7 area, 15.8 for an for a possible add-on, because market is actually bullish, no selling pressure. Price is just retesting 8-hour 21 EMA, right? You can see 8-hour 21 EMA, we couldn't break it with a low volume. The only way we're going to break the the 8-hour 21 EMA, it is going to be big volume. So we retested it. We were like, okay, let's just take it to the upside. Okay, just about like 15,380 going to be a target. Pump to 15,380. I was like, do not do anything, just let this sucker go, and keep your stop loss at entry, and do not do anything, because this sucker is still bullish, right? It is still very bullish. No sign of reversal yet. Yes, we're gonna talk about Ether. Ether, we've been longing it since like the low $400. I try not to short Ether, even though during the weekend, right, we dipped down to like a 450 to 455, even dipped down to like 439. I was like, it is still bullish. We gotta be able to add on, right, to our position, or basically open up a new position. No need to be basically trying to take like a 3 to 4% when we can get basically 25% out of Ether. So my target for Ether, it is just about like 430 to 450 area. We're gonna talk about Ether, but we're gonna get a slight rejection, just about like a 518, okay, not for 430, but 530 to 550, and we could get a slight rejection, just about a 518. But we're gonna talk about Ether later on, right? So keep that in mind, guys. 8-hour 21 EMA, that's your best friend right now. Even if we dip down, it is right now 16,411. We gotta be able to buy the dip right there, just add on, because market is still bullish. Okay, the worst case scenario is like bears manage to basically dip the price down to like 14.5 range, which is like just about like 6-hour 100 EMA. Okay, right there, 6-hour 100 EMA, just about like a 14.8. okay, so if you want to extend it to your 8-hour, you want to be cautious. You could be looking to buy the dip just by like a 14.3. If we get any capitulation move, it is going to be buy the dip. It's not going to capitulate like all the way down to 10K. Even if we drop, we're going to get another 3-way move pullback. Okay, 0.618 to 50% pullback, and basically resume the downtrend. That's the only way I can see us dropping. Okay, so let's just keep that in mind. Sell volume on lower degree is pretty high, right? You can see right there. But once again, you know, even though the sell volume was high, you know, price managed, basically bulls managed to basically keep the price above 8-hour 21, right? So pretty clean, okay, pretty clean uptrend, no noise, beautiful uptrend. So the bulls in control, just stay with the trend, no need to be doing anything crazy as of now, right? Until we basically get some sign of reversal. So, but you know, most people are calling for 25,000, 30,000 and all of that good stuff. We just gotta be cautious, guys. You know, BTC definitely can break 20K, but you just don't want like the same thing. You know, you just don't want to repeat the same mistake you basically experienced back in 2017 and basically 2019 when we pumped to 14K, got a big you know, retracement. Everybody, you know, kept calling like for 20K and so on. So if we get a big retracement, we just gotta act cautiously, right? And say, hey, it could be the reversal. And we're gonna basically look for 50% to 0.618 pullback, not even 3K and all of that good stuff. But we're gonna look for 50% and 0.618, basically the golden packet, and basically be buying the dip in that range, because it's not gonna break it. It's not gonna capitulate all the way down to like 8K in one go. You see what I'm saying? So take it step by step. Do not be overly bullish. Just about like 18 to 20K. If you're still long, I'm not telling you what to do, right? But if you're still long, just keep your, you know, put your stop loss at entry. Okay, put your stop loss at entry and let the market do the work. No need to do no add-on. No need to do like all of that good stuff. Okay, no add-on, none of that. Just stay with the trend. Take profits every 500 points, 700 points. You chop off some and basically look for some add-on once we basically dip later on, right? So let's keep that in mind, right? So now let's take a look at the 50-day candle, right? So the 50-day candle, we talked about it back in late October. What we said, we did say if this candle right there, okay, by October 27th, 28th, right? If we close above 10.5, that's going to be the first candle closing above 10.5, okay, since like the 2017 bull run, right? So that's going to be extremely bullish, right? And if you take a look at it on Bitstamp, every 50-day candle, the last 50-day candle of every single year over the last 3 to 4 years, you know, we've been seeing like a, you know, an extreme volatility. Okay, that's the last 50-day candle of 2017. You can see it like from October 28th, right, 2017, all the way up to like a December 17th, right? We pump almost like 250%, right? Let's take a look at it once again. That's a nice 230, 240%, right? But take a look at it once again. The 40% pump, the 50% dump, right? Started like October 28th, all the way down to what? December 17th, right? Same thing, 50% dump. And if you take a look at basically the after the 40% pump, you can see like we drop right back down, okay? We drop right back down almost a nice 34%, right? After the 50% pump. So the last 50-day candle has been always, you know, very, very volatile, okay? So we just have to be cautious. If you're bullish, just stay with it, okay? It can pump, right? It can pump. You just don't know how high. Okay? But it can pump, right? And we're gonna see by December 17th, after we close the candle, we're gonna see like which way we're gonna go. If bits are going to be pumping to the upside, or we're gonna be seeing like some sort of like a pullback and all of that good stuff, right? When the RSI going to reset? I mean, it's going to reset once we basically retrace down. It's not going to pump all the way up to basically all the way up to 100 and all of that good stuff. It is most likely going to basically retrace down. So another bullish sign for BTC is like on the 7-day candle, right? You can see like we already retesting. I said it like last week. I was like, if we're going to be retesting the 2019 high, right there, 14K high, BTC going to be very bullish, and BTC was right there last week, okay? A few weeks, you know, a couple of weeks ago, it was right there. So I was like, if we're gonna retest the top, it is going to be very bullish. It is most likely going to break like 17K and so on, and we did that exactly. So what I'm expecting right now, are we basically going to follow this trend right there and follow the price action trend, right? Because it is a divergence right now, so we have to eliminate the divergence, and the only way we can eliminate it is like price action has to keep making higher highs, right? Closing, not just wicks, but it has to be keep making high highs, right? And basically MACD gonna follow up, okay, gonna follow through, and you know, basically follow the price action. So not much of a bearish you know, setup as of now, okay? Basically until we see a 35% to 45% you know, a rejection, we could possibly start to look for some rejection, right? Now let's take a look at ETHER, because ETHER, let's talk about ETHER BTC first thing first, right? So when you take a look at ETHER BTC on the lower degree, I'm kind of bullish on it, right? As you can see, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for ETHER to retrace all the way down, just like the dollar. So ETHER is just warming up right now. If you take a look at ETHER USD, we're going to talk about ETHER USD. But ETHER BTC already, when ETHER was right there, just about like 0.028, I was looking for it to a double bottom, just like CRV, right? CRV double bottom, pump to the upside, right? So just like a YFII too, also double bottom, pump to the upside. So I'm looking for a possible retracement back up to this level, right? Just by like 0.03, right? A break above it, because you take a look at the trend line right there. Take a look at the trend line. It seems like we already got a 5-wave impulse move. It is kind of corrective, but you can call it impulse. It all depends what type of correction we're going to get in this area. It is going to be a correction to the upside, a dump down before we basically pump, or we just going to get the double bottom and basically another push to the upside up to basically 50% to 0.618 pullback. Either way you look at it, ETHER going to be very bullish on the USD. So if ETHER BTC is bullish, that's going to be extremely good for the ETHER bulls. That's going to be a plus, because whenever ETHER BTC is actually bullish, right, I don't wait for ETHER, you know, ETHER USD to break out. I'm just going to basically keep buying, because I know if ETHER is bullish versus BTC, you know, ETHER USD going to be very bullish, right? But ETHER USD can be bullish, right? But ETHER BTC sometime, right, is bearish. So you just have to basically go with BTC. You see what I'm saying? So you want to wait for ETHER BTC to be bullish for you to be adding more position to your ETHER, right? So keep that in mind. Let's take a look at ETHER USD now. So ETHER USD, we've been long in it since like, you know, low 400, and I said it, guys. My next upside target just about like mid 500. You know, 550 to 534, we're gonna get a temporary rejection just about like 518 to 524 area. So keep an eye on 518 excuse me, to 524 for a possible temporary rejection down to the low 500 range before we resume the uptrend, right? Beautiful. Take a look at our side. A slight divergence, but it's not a big deal, right? Because we're getting a divergence. Remember, whenever you get a divergence, it means like price is correcting. Okay, so it is just a correction. Okay, we got this running flat, we're gonna get this move to the upside, right? So you can take a look at it in terms of a 1-to-1 extension also. That's exactly just about like a 545 extension of the previous move, which is like from like 360 to like a 469. If you extend it from basically 440, 430 area, it's going to take you all the way up to just about like 540 to 550. So that's the extension I'm looking for within the next few days, right? Not saying it cannot be slow, right? Choppy, but I'm just looking for the extension. It can do all of that, all of this good stuff, all of that, right? So I don't care about the timing. All I care about is like, are we going to get there? Are we going to get there tonight? Or are we going to get there next week? It really doesn't matter. I just want to see, you know, the price change to the upside, right? Not to the downside. Volume looking great. Okay, you can see like we got a big breakout volume right there on the 6 hour. Let's take a look at 8 hour. You can take a look at 8 hour. Looks beautiful. All right, beautiful. Okay, so if we can get like another big 8-hour candle, right? Just to match the previous hour. It's not going to be easy on Binance, but if we can get a nice 16 to 24 hour big volume, it is most likely we're going to get there before the weekend. Okay, even if we don't pump within the next 24 hour, it means like we probably going to get a slight rejection just about like 518 and so on, but before the weekend, right, the bulls can basically try to manage to push through 515 and so on. Once again, Ether BTC is double bottoming, so Ether bulls, Ether USD bulls gonna be very confident to be buying. So I'm bullish on Ether up to basically 515 and so on. Another thing also for Ether is like we do not have any resistance. Like if we break 500, right, we don't have any resistance. So if you take a look at it, right now we just correcting because like we got this resistance right there. But if we break like 500, next resistance is almost like 600. Okay, so we got a slight resistance right there, just about like 536, right? 536 right there. Okay, we got a nice rejection just about like 536. After that, we got another rejection up to like 611, right? But just round it down to a 600, right? So keep an eye on Ether, right? For a possible 550 to 600 Ether. If we get, if let's say we get a rejection, okay, we also ready for a possible rejection, right? And what I'm going to be looking for a possible rejection is like if the bulls decide to basically delay the process, right, we could get this move down once again, right, and get this move to the upside. So we're going to get a bigger running flat correction right there before pumping to the upside, right? So let's just keep that in mind. If you're extremely bullish, right, and you're thinking like, we're going to pump right away to 600, but we get a rejection, just know like we can possibly retrace all the way down to the low 300, get the 100 EMA support before pumping back up to 600. That's also another bearish, possible bearish setup I'm keeping an eye on. So put a stop loss. Don't be overly bullish. Just know that, the trend is bullish, but it is just your friend for now. But if it changes, you just have to basically, flip bear, right, within the next few days and so on. But let's see. Okay, one thing I like about the volume is like on a 3-day basis, even though we got a red candle right there, I forgot to mention it, the volume was extremely low, just like BTC. Okay, on a 2-day basis. Let's take a look at BTC before the pump. So you can take a look at BTC before the pump. You can see like the sell volume was extremely low. Okay, 14 and 15, right? You can see that was extremely low, and most people have been panicking over the weekend. I was like, just buy the dip at the 8-hour 21 EMA. So we got support right there, just about like a 15.7. That was my range to buy 15.7 all the way up to basically 16.1, and we did not break like 15.7, right? So low volume, you can see like big volume. Okay, big volume right there. The only volume I was worried about was like this one, but bulls basically ignored it. So let's see if they're gonna come up with a big, a bigger and better selling pressure to basically make any significant drop, right? But as of now, no significant drop. So we're gonna talk about Polkadot because I'm bullish on DOT anyway. Just about like 4.8 and so on. So I'm bullish on DOT, IOTA, Neo, Link, basically SNX, SPX, Uniswap, QTUM. I'm bullish on all of them. All right. So EGLD also, TRB. We basically took it from like 25. I was looking for 36. We're not yet at 36, but we basically pumped to 32. So that's actually very good. So let's just I was also bullish on a compound, compound pump to like 120, above 120. I was bullish on it ever since it was like 80, low 80s, right? But we started taking position just about like a 95, 97 area, right? So now let's take a look at Ether on the lower degree. So you take a look at Ether on the 8-hour basis, right? Now let's go back to the 2-day basis on Ether. Because the 2-day candle closed above like 477, which is very, very bullish for the Ether bulls, right? So Link is pumping. So we were bullish on Link, like, even when we dipped down, we were looking to short it from 12.8 to 11.8. It did drop 12.8 to 11.8, but I was like, okay, we have to basically flip bullish because I got a target up to like 16 to 17 for Link. That's our next upside target. So you take a look at Ethereum. One of the reasons why I'm bullish on Ethereum is like I was waiting for the 2-day candle also basically to close above 477, right? We couldn't close above 477 on the weekend, right? So you can see like we got rejected just about like 477, dipped down to like a 440. You can see like pump right back up. So it is actually very bullish. The close we got right now, it is basically very, very bullish. Even if we dip down, we're gonna get a very, very strong support at 450. Okay, so 450 was like a nice entry for most people, right? For most bulls. So even if we dip down, like let's say we pump to 550, dip down to 460, you're still gonna be okay because price gonna be above your entry and all of that good stuff, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at Link. I'm very, very bullish on Link. So you take a look at Link. I was just waiting for Link to break. You can see like we did close above 13.4, just about 13.4. I was waiting for Link just to close above like 12.8 and so on. So we did manage to close above 13.3, which is actually very good, right? Next resistance just about like a 14.7. So 14.7 going to be the next resistance, and I'm looking for 0.618 to 0.88, right? 0.786 actually, right? 0.618 was our previous target right there, 13.7, right? We dipped down back, right? And now we're pumping all the way up to basically 0.786, which is roughly around like a 16.4, and 0.888 going to be just about like a 17.8 to 17.9 range. So Link is looking very, very juicy, right? Take a look at the volume during the weekend. Very low volume right there. So if you've been panicking, and you can see like sell, buy volume was low. Okay, sell volume was lower. So that's actually bullish, right? It means we're gonna get another trend. Okay, we're gonna get another. The volume gonna look something like this, a V shape, right? So the type of V shape we're gonna get, it means the buy volume gonna be increasing. Right, just like that. It could be some red volume in between, but they're gonna be very slow. You're just not gonna care too much about them, right? So that's what I'm expecting, a V-shaped type of volume, and price gonna be pumping to the upside, right? Something like that, right? Right, so that's what I'm expecting from Link, right? So keep an eye on Link. I'm bullish on Link for a reason. So we're not yet at 0.786, so we still got some room to go, right? So and once again, all of these volume not going to be green. I don't expect it to be green, but even if we get a red volume, it's going to be very slow, very low, right? Just like that. You just can't ignore it. So no selling pressure so far. Okay, no selling pressure so far for Link. So guys, make sure to hit the likes, guys. We got 43 watching, 18 likes. So if you like some crypto, hey, what's up, Mr. Howie? Salamanders? I don't know anything about salamanders, man. So, band. So keep an eye on Link, guys. So now let's take a look at DOT. USD, I'm bullish on USD. Also got upside target I got a very aggressive upside target up to like 6.5, but I'm just going to be conservative, right? We're already at 4.8. I was looking for it when it was like, you know, just about low $4. So next major target I'm looking for just about 5-4 range, okay, depending how you draw your line, right? I'm looking for this range, okay, 5.4 to 5.5. Big volume right there, as you can see. Low volume also, right, on the 2-day basis. No sell volume. Breakout above the triangular formation, above the you know, the resistance line. Even if we dip down, it is okay. It is okay. We can still dip right back down to like a 4.5. As long as the volume is low, right, it is okay. The bull's gonna manage to basically push through. One thing we just don't want to see if you're bullish is like, you don't want to see a big volume basically to match the previous volume. We could get some, we could basically start to be you know, start to get some concern regarding the uptrend. But as of, you know, as of now, you know, I would just stay with the trend. Okay, I'm bullish on it. Got a long position on it, so just staying with the trend with it, right? Just staying with it. Hey, what's up, Navi Nitan? Greeting from Canada. So let's go ahead and take a look at QTUM. Now, let's start with IOTA also, right, before we talk about QTUM, because I'm bullish on IOTA also. When you take a look at IOTA, it is a clean, a very, very clean setup. I used to love this setup because of Bitcoin Cash last year, right? EOS, all of them, they basically created the same setup, right? It is like you got a 3 and 3 and then a very impulse move to the upside. So IOTA is doing the same thing. We got this 3-way move, 1, 2, 3 right there. I'm expecting this big move to the upside. It could be a very, very extended up to basically, you know, 0.786 right there, which is roughly around like a 36. I know it is a big call, right? But market is bullish, and you cannot basically just be looking for like a 5%, 10% move when these alt going to be pumping like 50, 60, 70%, right? Take a look at it. You know, you're going to be looking for like 30% move, right? If we're going to pump like to a, you know, 0.618. We're not going to break, you know, 29 easily, right? So if you're looking to take profits at 29 and wait for, you know, a pullback before re-entering, that's also fine. But it could, the bulls could definitely pump all the way up to 0.618 for IOTA. So KAVA, I was also bullish on KAVA. If you watch my previous analysis before the pump, right after the live stream, you can see like KAVA did pump nicely, right? It did pump nicely. Okay, that's a 2-day candle, big volume. Okay, that's a new trend, guys. Low sell volume, big buy volume. So we could still get a decreasing volume right there. Okay, we could still get a decreasing volume before another increasing volume. So it could be a new trend for, you know, for KAVA. Very, very bullish. All right, not saying it won't retrace down, but as of now the trend is bullish, right? So I would just stay with the trend and not try to enter any short position as of now, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at NEO next. NEO is on the lower degree. NEO, I was expecting a rejection just about like, you know, 16.5. We did get the rejection. It is still bullish, right? So it is by the dip type of stuff, right? Volume is good, selling volume is good. So what I'm expecting from NEO is like, if the bulls want to break like 16.5, they're gonna basically get a volume higher than the previous sell volume. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to see like NEO creeping up like to the upside with low volume. So if we can match the previous volume, which is roughly around like 286,000 NEO, right? If we can get roughly around like 300,000 buying pressure to break the previous 8-hour candle, that's going to be fantastic. Fantastic, right? So other than that, you could be expecting like another retracement down to the low 15s. Okay, it is still going to be a buy. Okay, it is still going to be a buy right there. Even if we dip down here down to like 15.5 and so on, it is going to be a good buy, you know, for the $18 range. But overall, NEO is still bullish, right? It is still bullish. So let's take a look at OmiseGO. So OmiseGO already correcting, still correcting actually, right? We broke this trend line. It is looking to push higher. One thing we can notice is like volume is decreasing. No selling, no buying pressure though, but selling volume is decreasing. So what I want to see is like a big breakout. You can see like we also broke this small resistance level right there, right? So I want to see a big breakout to the upside and try to retest the 3.8, because my next target to the upside is roughly around like 4.3, right? So let's see if the bull is going to be able to do that exactly. And this is just a correction. It can still drop down, right? But you know, overall trend, it is bullish, right? It is bullish. So look for a, you know, further move to the upside. Ontology finally broke $50, 50 cents. Got a nice resistance and support area. I was looking for it to break it. So next level to look for it is just about like 50 cents to 52. So that's the next challenge for Ontology, right? So expect some sort of a sideways correction for Ontology. If you're bullish on it, just be patient with it. It has a very low volatility because, you know, the BTC value for Ontology is very, very bad. You can see like it is looking to double bottom. So if BTC ONT BTC basically breaks this key level, we could be looking for, you know, ONT basically USD to basically break out. So keep an eye on Ontology BTC first thing first, right? That's the most important right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at QTUM. So QTUM is back to reaccumulation, right? It looks very, very bad, right? Versus BTC, no sign of reversal at all. But QTUM USD looks great, okay? It is starting to look great on the lower degree, okay? Right, so that's what I'm expecting from QTUM. Just like, you know, Vchain and Compound, they all basically broke the wedge pattern, and you can see like I was bullish on Compound just about like low 90s to mid 90s, right? And I'm expecting like 145 to 150 even before the breakout, right? So same thing for QTUM, still bullish. 0.618, just about like 3.5 if you can wait all the way up to basically the 3.5 resistance, right? So THETA, I'm kind of bullish on THETA, but I just want to be cautious until we basically break this resistance level. I was looking forward to retrace all the way down to like 55, 56. It didn't, but it is looking to break out to the upside, right? So resistance level, it is going to be 71, right? And basically 67 to 71, it is almost at resistance. So keep an eye on it. If we break above this key area, it is nothing but, you know, all-time high left, just about like 80 cents, right? But as of now, I would just wait. Not sure if like we're gonna get 56 again, right? But I would wait for 56. Okay, I would wait. I would be not in rush to basically take a position on it, right? So Tomo, I was still bullish on Tomo, you know, right around like 58. I was looking for Tomo to get some support if we break 60. It did break like 60, drop right back down to find some support just about like 56, right? 57 right there on the trend line, and basically looking for a breakout. Okay, the bull target is 71, bear target, it is basically strong sell area, it is like, you know, 82. You got to be able to take profits at 82 and see what the market going to give you, what the market will give you after that, right? Storage, I'm bullish on storage, right? Just waiting for it to give us some volatility before you know, I make a call on it. And I'm looking for a breakout, right? However, if we break the support area, it is also going to be a breakout to the downside. But one thing we all got to notice on storage is like it is pretty volatile. Once we start a new trend, it is just going to keep going, right? I think like these 44, right? The 44 and 41, it is kind of conservative, right? If we break out, the sucker can just keep pumping to the upside, right? However, if we break down, if we get this breakout to the downside, it's not going to look good neither. So either way you look at it, I'm just waiting for a direction for storage. So don't have any, you know, bias position, right? I would say like my bias going to be to the upside because market is pumping to the upside, right? But I'm just gonna stay neutral for now till we basically get some you know, some more data, right? And some less noise. So take a look at SXP, bullish on SXP, looking for 150 and $2. We already broke this key area. I was bullish on it when it was like roughly around like 91, and I was saying like 89 going to be a good support to take a, you know, take a position. Right now we just about like 106, 114. Of course, I talk about 114, 113 being a slight, you know, we're gonna get a slight rejection in this range. That's nice. Sell volume is pretty big, so let's be cautious. Let's be cautious, right? In this range, sell volume is pretty big, so let's see. It could just mean like we're gonna be you know, moving sideways for the next few days and for the next few hours, right? Before basically resuming the uptrend. So if we can manage to basically neutralize the sell volume, that's going to be nice. It is going to be a free ride all the way up to 150, right? That's a big sell volume. So in order to basically pump above it, it has to be a big breakout. Okay, it has to be a big breakout. It has to be a big breakout. So we already talked about Tomo. TRB, I'm bullish on TRB. I called it like when it was actually at 25, right? I was expecting this pump. I was not, we got the dump down to 22. I was like, that's it, guys. Let's, you know, let's take this sucker to the upside all the way up to 36. Now we're basically struggling to break roughly around like 31, but we're gonna break it. Why are we gonna break it? Because you can see like we got a big sell volume, but the very next candle is actually pretty big, a pretty big candle with a low volume. It means like the next few candles, right, has to be bigger than the previous buy volume in order to break out above this range. So a breakout could be a free ride all the way up to 36. Okay, that's 50% pullback, and 0.618 going to be 46. So entry was 25 right there. Okay, and then you're looking for like a 50% move just to hit our first target, and we already pumped like 30% from entry. So beautiful setup from our TRB. So we also had a nice setup from TRB. Last time it pumped like to 30. I didn't do anything. I was like, okay, the moving averages will, let's take a look at the moving averages. I was like, do not trade it right there. Wait for the breakout below this trend line, and then we're going to take it down to 17, 16. And that's what we did exactly. Okay, price did that exactly. You can see like we dumped all the way down to basically 6.618. Okay, nice setup. Okay, I don't trade it all the time, right? But if I see a setup, you know, I don't hesitate to basically take it because it is pretty volatile. It is pretty volatile. So let's take a look at UNI. So UNI is pumping to the upside. Nice support just about the 8-hour 21. We're looking to break the trend line right there. Big support just like BTC. So I'm looking for a double top first. Okay, if we can get a double top, right, we can still drop right back down before pumping just like THETA, not THETA, but this sucker AVE, right? So just like AVE. So we could get that move, but it is pretty clean. It is pretty clean. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we could be looking for wave number 5 before any pullback. All right, so keep that in mind, right? It is still bullish, right? As long as we basically stay above 3.3, we could assume like it is going to be a 5-wave structure. If not, it could just be a 3-wave move, right? This could just be A, B, okay, and then C wave, and then we're gonna have to basically dip lower. You see what I'm saying? So but as of now, let's just say it is a 5-wave move, right? And we're looking for our wave number 5 all the way up to basically 4.5 range, right? So Vchain, I'm bullish on Vchain also. So just hit resistance just about like 12, 0.012, right? So upside target, I'm looking for Vchain, just like compound, right? Broke out of the wedge, you know, kind of looks sloppy in this range, so you don't know what to do with it. But pay attention to the bigger picture. We got a wedge pattern right there, and if you go back to Vchain BTC, you can see like Vchain BTC hit my target exactly, okay? Just by like 60 sats, right? And I told you guys, when Vchain was like almost 230, you know, 220, I was like, this sucker gonna drop 60% at least. All right, so I'm bullish on Vchain right now. Okay, it's time to basically call for those 100 sats. It is time to be accumulating. I'm not saying it is gonna pump right back up, but all I'm saying is we gotta buy in this range. Okay, so it can even dip all the way down to 39. I'm ready for, but the big move I'm gonna be really ready for is going to be the pump to like above 300 sats. Okay, I said it when Vchain was, you know, right there. When we pumped to like to 104, 107, the China foot, not the China foot, but the China news, right? When we pumped from like 33 all the way up, because I was like buy Vchain right here. Most people basically been buying right there, and I was like, do not buy at 100 sats. Let's buy again at 33, right? So it is right back at, it went right back at 33, and we pump all the way up to my target, which was like rough around like a mid 200, right? 222, right? So keep an eye on Vchain, back to buy range. No sign of reversal yet, right? But it is at a very good level to be buying at, right? So if we take a look at Vchain BTC, Vchain USD actually, right? You can see like we already broke the wedge pattern. If we're gonna be pumping to the upside, you could be looking for these targets, 15, right? Up to 15. If you cannot see, you can look for 0.618 right there, which is just about 0.618. So that's the target I'm looking for from Vchain over the next few days and so on, right? So I'm assuming like bulls gonna stay strong, right? You know, and stay above the trend line. At the same time, stay above the 211 EMA. Let's take a look at our MACD. MACD already crossed bullish, right? You can see like a nice divergence, right? So I was paying attention to it. I was just waiting for price to pump above the 211 EMA, right? So, and we got that exactly. And you can see like the 211 EMA, that's a red line, right? That's your red line right there. Price is above it. Even a dip down to retest it, it is okay, because you know it is just going to be noise. So huddle to your Vchain right as of now. So Monero BTC is back to a buy range. I said it when Monero pumped to my target 0.011. I was like, we're gonna be dipping all the way down to a 0.04, right? Not 0.04, but 0.004, 0.0064. So that's the level I'm gonna be looking for, all right? It is almost at target, so I wouldn't be too picky. If you believe in Monero, it is a good time to be buying again. Okay, it is a good time to be adding on to up to position. So Monero USD kind of looks sloppy, right? So Monero USD kind of looks sloppy. I was looking for this pullback. I was looking for the pullback all the way down to 96 to 88, but we got this wedge pattern. We just broke out of it, so it is bullish. So target to look for it is just about like 132 to like just about like this range of 138 for a possible resistance. So it is bullish, right? So we might not get this 96 you know, 88 range you know, over the next few trading session. So let's see how Monero gonna be you know, reacting above like 130, 138 to see if like we can break you know, 140 and so on. Because if Monero BTC going to find support right at 0.0064, most likely Monero USD going to break out. You see what I'm saying? So let's just keep that in mind, right? So Tezos. So let's take a look at Tezos, guys. A nice, beautiful divergence for Tezos. You can see like on a 2-day basis also. price is looking to break above 21 EMA. So if like we can get a close above the 21 EMA, right, on a 2-day basis at least, right, that's going to be very nice for Tezos, right? Low sell volume. You can see like price dip down. Somebody dumped a lot of Tezos. I couldn't see it. I didn't see like the dump on the futures, right? I only saw it like on TradingView, right? So maybe like it is just on the spot buy. But on the futures, I didn't see it. Maybe I did not pay attention to it. But we got a nice dump on the spot, so that's a very good good reversal by the candle right there for you know, for Tezos. Take a look at 8 hour. So on the 8 hour, bullish above 2.2. So we're looking for to break above 2.2. So pay attention to Tezos over the next few hours, right? To see if we can get a breakout all the way up to 2.6 and so on, right? So YFII 2, I'm bullish. I was bullish on YFII. I'm still bullish on YFII 2, right? So we broke this resistance. My target 24, it is almost there, right? So looking for this 24, 23 range, okay? So when it pumped to like roughly around like 16, 17, I was like, if we get rejected, we're gonna be buying right there. However, if we break this up, if like we break to the upside, challenge 1800, right? Most likely going to be breaking it. We're gonna be looking for 2400. So upside potential to 2400. It is just you know, just stay with the trend. Don't have to do anything. Most likely it is gonna hit like 2400 to 2500, right? So I don't think like we're gonna be retracing down right there. So as of now. XRP going to the moon. Of course, XRP going to the moon. So let's go ahead and take a look at ZILLIQA before we talk about XRP. So before we talk about ZILLIQA, let's talk about Zcash. Okay, Zcash, we've been long in it, right? But one thing we said is like to be cautious because it could follow the blue trend, which is like this three-way move, pump to the upside, drop right back down to retest the low $50 before hitting our target. However, we're just gonna stay with the current trend, right, and not follow the blue trend because we long Zcash right there. Okay, so we're still looking for the 74 to 72 area, right? So I was first looking for 66, but I'm just gonna, you know, stay with the trend and not try to do anything with Zcash, right? And just huddle, right? So let's take a look at ZILLIQA. So ZILLIQA finally looking to basically, it is moving very slow. Let's go ahead and take a look at 2-day. It is moving very slow, but a big breakout on a 2-day basis, a retest of it, it is going to be okay, but upside target to look for almost like 24. We talked about it when Zcash was below this resistance, right? So let's move on to King XRP. So King XRP, my upside target, it is almost there, 31 to 32. The next one going to be basically 38. Okay, so keep an eye on XRP. Volume is picking up. It is not overly bullish, right? But it is slowly building up some momentum. Okay, I'm looking for XRP to just close above 28 cents before end of the month, right? If we can close above 28 cents, right, that's it. Let's take a look at XRP USDT on Poloniex. So XRP was like too long above the weekly 100 EMA. That's what I was waiting for. But if I want to wait for the, you know, XRP, if I want to wait for XRP to close above the weekly 100 EMA, which is like 27, I might be buying like around like 33 and so on, right? and I didn't want to take that chance, right? So as soon as we get a close above 27, that's when I send the setup, like not even before, I mean, before even we close above 27, we said exactly, you know, we're going to be buying XRP above 27, even if it dips down. But what we want to see is like just a break above 27. That's what I wanted to see. And we did break above 27, retrace down to low 26 and so on, and then basically pump back up. So it was just accumulation. However, we just want to see on a monthly basis, once again, we want to see XRP to break above and close above the monthly 21. If that's the case, guys, we're going to the moon. I'm not saying we like at 100% going to the moon, right? But we got a very, very good chance to see XRP even going back up to all-time high. Once again, I'm not saying we will, but if we can pump above the 21 EMA, and we're gonna see like big volume, big buying pressure, a steady uptrend, okay, it could just pump to the upside, guys, can hit all-time high. All right, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, guys, go back in 2017 and see what XRP did. Okay, so I was actually very, very pissed right there, like let's say October, right? I dumped my XRP right there, okay, and went for XLM, but I did well too, right? I remember XLM like October 2017, right? Pumped like 100% on swell day and stole the you know, basically, you know, the show, right? So everybody was expecting XRP to pump to $1 October 2017, but this sucker just pumped like 29 cents and dumped right back down to like 18 and so on. So I was pissed, so I basically sold out right around like 26, 28 range, right? So this sucker dumped to all the way down to 18. But you know, just stick with XLM, because I think XLM was like 300 billion that time. I was like, not 300 billion, but 300 million, and I think XRP was like 3 billion if I remember well. Can't remember the exact you know, market cap, but the difference was big, was like 10x difference basically, so something like that, right? So I was like, no, let me just go with XLM, low market cap, you know, got a lot of hype, so bought some XLM instead of XRP. But right now I would go with, you know, XRP breaking above you know, monthly 21 EMA. That's a good news, guys. That's a good news. XRP BTC, let's take a look at it. So XRP BTC, I was waiting for 1000 sats, but I think, guys, we respecting the trend line. Just gotta give it a shot right now. It is still red. We could try to close the monthly green XRP BTC. So and we basically hit like 1500 sats. I think it is closing up. It is close enough, right? So not to be too greedy and be waiting for 1000 sats. So I know it is another 30% drop, but I think, like, you know, if you can buy anywhere around like 1500 to 1000, that's going to be a good deal. So market is bullish, so you just don't want to be waiting for 1000, right? You want to start buying now. So let's go ahead and take a look at AVE. So AVE is pumping. I was bearish on AVE right there, you know, trying to short it like 51, right? Was looking for 50 you know, 41 range. From 51, this sucker just pumped, right? So I was like, man, I'm out of the way. So got stopped out right there, right? 57, right? And just not do anything. So I basically started longing it from this point. After we got the 8-hour 21 pump to the upside, that's when I started, like, you know, being bullish on it. I was expecting another rejection right there. However, as soon as we pump above you know, 67, 68, I was like, you know, upside target going to be 85. So it is still going to be it is still mooning. No sign of reversal yet. You got a wedge pattern, it can still pump to the upside, right? So Atom, not sure if we talk about Atom. I'm bullish on Atom. Got a target to the upside, just about like 6.2 to basically 6.4, which is like 0.618. So keep an eye on Atom. Just like SNX, when it pumped, it's not going to pump like 5% after, you know, this big accumulation range. It's not going to pump 5%. It's going to pump like 18 to 20%, right? So So let's just keep that in mind, right? So I had a two setup, Atom and SNX, but I just decided to go with Atom, right? So but SNX pump already 18 to 20%, right? Same structure. Matic USDT. So let's go ahead and go back to Litecoin first. LTC. Not sure if you talk about Litecoin, but I was bullish on Litecoin at low $50. So mid $50, not low $50. So Litecoin is still bullish, right, guys? We did hit 81 target on Poloniex, but not on Binance. So it is still a hold, right? Nice hold. We basically enter right there. Some of us like got out too early, right, on Litecoin, and some of us like add back on just about like 61, because after the rejection right there, all the bears started to call like a dump, right? I was like, let's just put a stop loss at entry, or put a leave stop loss at 55, right? Because we entered nicely just about like 57 to 58, just like sushi. I was very bullish on sushi when sushi was 58 cents, right? So, and compound, both of them, sushi, compound, Litecoin, I was bullish on it, on all three of them at the same time. So Litecoin is giving us, you know, 77. I'm looking for 81 to 91. Big sell volume right there, so we just have to be cautious, but it is still bullish, right? We can get a three-way move again. We can get a running flat right there before pumping. So just be cautious, just be patient with it, right? It moves slow, it's not that volatile, so just be patient with it, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at Algo. Let's go ahead and take a look at BNB first. So BNB bulls could pull it off, right? If we can get a clean breakout. So the 2-day candle looks great, right? However, we do not have a 2-day, MACD bullish crossover. So what I'm expecting is like, even if we pump to the upside, we're most likely going to be correcting to wait for the MACD to cross bullish. That's my setup. Let's see if we can pump first thing first to up to 32. If not, we can get the double bottom before pumping, because getting the double bottom gonna allow the MACD to basically try to get a better momentum, because it could be fast. So MACD might not even react to it, right? But buy volume is pretty nice, right? So if we can get a bullish MACD crossover and a break above 32, guys, we could be going to all-time high, right? All the way up to basically 38, 39. Right, so the correction looks nice. It looks nice, right? Got a beautiful correction. The thing is, you just don't know if you're gonna get a flat correction like this, or if you're gonna get a flat correction like that, or if you're gonna get a triangular formation like that. You just don't know, right? So that's a big question right now. So we just don't know if this move gonna drop right down to basically double bottom before breaking this key level right there. So if you're patient enough, you just wait. You just buy the dip all the way down to a 26, even down to like 25. But however, you just don't want to break this key level, right? 25.5 and so on. 24, you don't want to break it because you might be retesting like 22 and so on, right? But if you're looking for like a long-term hurdle, right, it's not going to be a big deal. Even if we get this big move, get the flat correction instead of the triangular formation, you can take it to the upside, right? However, if you're leveraging, you cannot be waiting for a 30% drop. So let's take a look at Matic, whatever. So Matic, I haven't taken a look at Matic forever. It looks very choppy, man. It looks very choppy, man. It doesn't have any direction. It's just, even though that's a 2-day chart, it is just moving moving sideways. It's not moving like big like sushi. Sushi was doing actually this, right? But it's not moving like band, right? Balancer, stuff like that, right? So let's take a look at the lower degree. So we got a big sell volume right there, but price is above 21 EMA. We got a bull flag with a big sell volume. That's not good. So let's see. I don't see any. It looks choppy though. It looks choppy. We got a pullback at fit. We got a pullback at 0.618. That's the good news, right? So let's see if we're gonna get another pullback to 0.618. So if you bullish on it, that's a 50% pullback. I would just wait for another 50% pullback up to like 0.021. Nice divergence on the MACD. That's a good sign right there. Just like, compound, right? Right there. You got a nice divergence on your MACD, but you do not have a divergence on your RSI. So that's not, if you had like both of them, that would be strong, right? But as of now, you might want to wait for another retest right there. Okay. If we're not going to pump to like a 0.022. So double bottom, that's going to be safer, right? That's going to be safer. Not saying we cannot pump, but all I'm saying, if it double bottoms, right, that's going to be way, way better. It's going to be a better trend, right? So let's go back to ADA. So ADA is still looking very strong. I like ADA BTC once again, guys. I like ADA BTC just like the dollar. We just got a big rejection right there on a daily basis. Just because BTC pumped, right? You can see like that's the green box I was looking for got rejected to the downside because BTC was pumping, right? So I'm looking for this move. That's the move I'm looking for. You take a look at ADA USD is moving slow, right? But I was expecting this move anyway. A drop back down here, not that deep. But it is okay. The bullish candle that initiated the move, we're still above the price area, okay, this price level, and getting rejected right there. So that's the level I'm looking for, 13 to 12 cents, okay, 12.5 to 13.3 actually, right? This area right there. That's the next level of volatility, sideways correction, stop losses, all of that good stuff. You can find it right there. But big buy volume right there, okay, to basically initiate the uptrend. Let's go back to BTC. So just sideways correction for BTC. Hourly 21 EMA just about like 17.3. It is going to be moving to the upside. So if you're looking for an entry, temporary entry, look for this move down, right? If we get another dip, look for an entry right there, okay? Just about hourly 21. If you're patient enough, wait for the next big dip, right, to the 6 hour 21 or the 8 hour 21, whichever you're comfortable with, right? So both of them pretty good, but 8 hour 21 is safer. 6 hour 21, if you want to FOMO, right, you can enter earlier. Hey, what's up, Jude? Moonboy in the house. Hey, Moonboy, XRP is above 30 cents, man. XRP, yeah. Hey, Jude is the biggest Moonboy in town. He's an XRP big fan, so he still believe XRP gonna hit 589. So let's see. I keep telling him, man. Just be cautious and buy the dip, but don't expect 589 anytime soon, right? Let's go back to Ether. Dot is pulling back a little bit, just about just correcting, as you can see, like just hitting like you know, support area. So the dollar, you know, one of the reasons, guys, we gotta be cautious also is like I'm bullish on the dollar. Okay, I think like the dollar gonna pump back up to 94, 95. So temporarily, because the move could be just a bigger correction before another drop, right? However, let's just be cautious, because if we get this move, we just don't know if we're gonna get a bull flag right there before pushing to the upside, right? So, but as of now, we're in the green box. We talked about it right there. When the dollar was right there, we said we're gonna be dropping. Even when the dollar was pumping with this move, I showed you that's the same structure BTC was doing, double tapping at 10.5, that level, right? And we dipped down. So I'm looking for this move right now from the dollar. So let's take a look at band. I'm bullish on band too, man. I'm bullish on everything nowadays. Let's see. So band, I gotta set up for band. So I gotta set up for band. As you can see, like it is breaking out, nice breakout, just like Vchain and basically QTUM and Compound. They're all moving, you know, the same way, you know, wedge pattern, you know. And you got like, you know, coins like Ethereum, the big coins basically, Ethereum, Dot, Link, all of that good stuff. They making a you know, a rising wedge. These coins, they're making a falling wedge. So band is bullish, right? So I was bearish on band right there, just about like 5.6, 5.7. Buy range was like 4.3. It even dipped all the way down to 3.6, 3.7 area. And now it is pumping almost like, you know, take a look at it. That's almost going to be a 100% move very soon. So I don't know why I'm looking at the 3 hour, but 8 hour looks great. Okay, looks great. Okay, big correction, big move. Just need to break above 6.3. We could be taking it all the way up to 7.5 if you're bullish on it, right? If you're bullish on it. Now, I'm not a moon, boys. I'm just going with the trend. When the market was dropping, I told you it's going to be dropping. I was shorting alt all along the way, like, you know, to the downside. I was just shorting alt, right? I've been shorting alt when BTC was pumping. So, did not long any of these alt till like recently. So, band, I shorted it right there, right? In our premium group, it took a short right there, just about like 5.6. Target was 4.3, right? So 5.3. Atom, I was also bearish on Atom down here. Algo, all of these coins, all these suckers, I was bearish on them. Algo, SNX, right? Algo, when we broke this key area, 27, I was looking for actually 21, 23. We hit like 22, spot on, right? So let's take a look at it again. Storage, right? Storage was, we also took a short on storage. And KAVA, also I was bearish on KAVA when KAVA broke out just about like 1.7. I was bearish on KAVA all the way down, okay? Right there. Even after we created this flat correction, I was bearish on it. I was like, this sucker gonna dip down. We got this flat correction. You go ahead and take a look at Compound. I was bearish on Compound too. But Compounds, this sucker hit my stop loss right before dumping. Let's take a look at it. That was like this range. Yeah, Compound, I was bearish on Compound right there. Before the pump to the upside. No, that was right here. It's sucker, because no, that was this move right there. Okay, after we got this flat correction right there, right there. Okay, I was expecting this continuation directly, but this sucker pumped to the upside, hit my stop loss before hitting my target 81.83. Because when it was making this correction, I was like, okay, that's it, we're gonna dip down. But this sucker just pumped. So I was bearish on alt before they reverse, not just after they reverse, right? I mean, I'm not bullish like after they reverse. I'm bullish because they're reversing. So Ethereum lower degree, beautiful correction, guys. So beautiful correction. So once again, 1-to-1 extension of the previous move right there. If you extend it, just like BTC back in 2019, right? Similar correction, just about like 7K, 9K area. BTC gave us the same exact correction. That's how I remember. Litecoin gave us the same exact correction. So 1-to-1 extension going to take us just about like mid 500 range. So Kiki in the house. Okay, crypto beginner, be careful. Okay, so if you're new to the crypto space, just be cautious. All right. I think we talked about everything, guys. The only thing we did not talk about was like, I think it's like Bitcoin Cash. It is still moving sideways. I love the double bottom. I just want to see confirmation for further move to the upside. We got a nice wedge pattern. We shorted it down here. It flipped back up. I did not touch it. So we got a nice wedge pattern and a nice resistance right there. So if we can pump above this resistance level, we could be looking for 285 to 318. So my target it is still the same, right? I like the reversal candle, guys. I like it. I think like we could get another pump to the upside. So keep an eye on BTC Cash, Bitcoin Cash, right? For a possible close above like 260, 261 on a daily basis. All right. Even if like we get another minor pullback, right? Just about like 240, it is still okay as long as we do not break like 223 and so on. But on a 2-day basis, it is going to be better because you got a nice reversal candle right there, big rejection. So next rejection level we're going to be looking for, it is going to be 287. If the process is slow, we might basically not retest this level, but we might just go all the way up depending on time frame and time zone, right? Depending on time frame, we could be going all the way up to 318 resistance, right? So bullish on Bitcoin Cash. However, a break below 230 going to be retesting the low 200 range, and we're going to get a big double bottom like this, right? So big double bottom like that. Possible head and shoulder pattern formation, but I wouldn't play it because most of the time, guys, this bottom head and shoulder pattern formation, they're going to reverse. You don't want to see like head and shoulder pattern formation at the bottom. You want to see it like at the top. Okay, you want to see it at the top, not at the bottom. But if we dip down again, guys, to 200, buy the dip, okay, for Bitcoin Cash. All right, buy the dip. So we already talked about ontology, low volatility, but we did break 50 cents. So the best thing to do is like pay attention to ontology BTC. That's the most important right now. So let's take a look at 8 hour. We did break this key resistance just about like 48, 47. Been moving sideways, over the last few days, almost like a week or so. Very low volatility, big sell volume right there. So wait for a break above like 51. It could fly all the way up to basically 56. Another nice 10% move, right? Or even like up to 60 cents. But the best thing to do is like pay attention to basically ontology BTC. Once again, if ontology BTC can break above like 3,000, right, then you're gonna be long in like ontology USD, because you wouldn't care about you you wouldn't care anymore, right? Because ontology BTC is bullish, right? That's the most important. And you could be stacking up some sats just like that also. So nice setup, okay? Could get this fake out before this pump to the upside. All right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day. So make sure to hit the likes, make sure to join my public Telegram group. Link in the description. If you're looking to join, send premium, send me a message for all these setups, you know, BTC, Litecoin, Ethereum, Link, DOT, Band, you name it, okay? Ontology, basically all the coins, you know, on Binance, I trade all of them, okay? You know, I don't take position on all of them, of course, right? But I trade most of them, right? So you name it, okay? IOST, IOTA, actually, you know, I actually got a long position on IOTA, right? So looking very, very bullish, right? KAVA, you know, we call this move live, right? We said, you know, look for the $2 range. We hit like one, almost like right there, 199, right? Beautiful move, okay? We hit 199.9, guys, and we called it right there, 160 and so on, right? A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful 20% move, right? All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.